Yo, what is going on, gamers? It is your boy Chris here, aka ChrisThatGamer. Today, guys, I'm bringing you episode 2 of Call of Duty Black Ops 3 Versus Series. Today, guys, we're going to be versing off the XR-2 versus the M8A7. Before we get into today's episode, I want to go ahead and say thank you for all the support you guys gave on the first episode. If you have not checked that episode out, I highly recommend that you do. In that episode, we go ahead and face off drop shotting versus jump shotting, and a lot of you guys enjoyed that episode, so I do recommend you go check that out. Link down below in the description to go check out the first episode of the Versus series. So let's get straight on into this episode. So the XR-2 versus the M8A7. Right now we're going to be looking at the XR-2. They're both burst weapons. Now this is probably the only two assault rifles that are burst in Call of Duty Black Ops 3. You do have some burst like machine guns and things of that nature, so we will be going over those weapons as well. But in this episode, the only thing that differs off these two weapons is that the M8A7 is a 4-round burst weapon, while the XR-2 is a 3-round burst weapon. So it basically brings back the XR-2 as the M16 type weapon, and we all know and love the M8A7 because it's a 4-round burst weapon, which is why people always loved that weapon back in Black Ops 2. Well, today, guys, I have a lot to say that both of these weapons are very powerful. I do not think that the red dot is necessary on the XR-2. I think it is pointless to use the red dot. For some reason, I feel like the iron sights are just so clear, so good in my opinion. Now, I do use red dots on a lot of my assault rifles, especially the M8A7. I need to use a red dot or an elo sight on the M8A7, but on the XR-2, I feel like it's not necessary. The iron sights are amazing, and you don't need to waste a point on that, so you can experiment with different attachments. What I do have to say is use any attachments you want on this weapon, because whatever you do, it works. I do want you guys to try out rapid fire, because in this game, rapid fire is sick, and it just destroys everything. That's what I use on my M8A7, and it literally rips through people, and it makes it such a strong weapon. Before the XR-2, I usually just run around with quick draw and grip, and it's kind of weird because I don't necessarily use quick draw on my assault rifles, but for some reason it works on this weapon, and it really gets me those kills. Now, something that is different about this weapon than the M8A7 that would make me want to use this weapon more is that I can rush with this weapon. In my opinion, this weapon is really good close range. Obviously, you don't want to find yourself in close range battles with this weapon, but I find myself in those type of battles, and when I am and I have this XR-2, I get the kills 50% of the time, and I somehow get out of there alive. And it's really crazy to think that I'm able to do that with this weapon. Obviously, it's the same thing for the M8A7. You can kind of do the same thing, get those cheeky burst kills, melt some people close range when you're not supposed to, but I feel like I do it a lot more with the XR2 than I do with the M8A7. And I also use the LCAR-9 on this weapon. It's just an amazing pistol. It's freaking crazy. It's like the Cap 40s, and it's honestly a really good weapon. Now, if we're talking about the M8A7, I feel like it's just like it was in Black Ops 2. It's an amazing 4-round burst weapon, and it gets the job done. But one thing is, in this game, I thought this weapon was terrible. It shoots way too slow. The burst comes out of the weapon so slow, and I could never really get kills with this weapon. Well, I've been experimenting with it all week. I've been trying to find the right perks, the right attachments, just things to really work for this weapon. And what I have to say is the M8A7 for me works when I use the elo sight or red dot, but I like the elo sight because it's kind of clear. I feel like the red dot is bulky, it's big, and you can't really see that much out of it, but for some reason with the elo sight, it's perfect, it's clear. If you're wondering why I'm not using the elo sight in this gameplay, is because I don't have it unlocked, trying to grind for it. But basically what I find that works on the M8A7 is not quick draw, because like I said, quick draw really isn't that necessary on some weapons, and I feel like it's not necessary on the M8 because you shouldn't be rushing anyways with the M8A7. You should just be kind of pushed back in your spawn, holding the lane, and playing that safe route. So what I like using on this weapon is a grip, a rapid fire, and long barrel. Rapid fire in this game, like I said so many times, is freaking amazing. It makes this weapon a melt machine, and I can't take rapid fire off this weapon. I don't know what makes this weapon good, if it's the long barrel or if it's the rapid fire. I just definitely know with those two combined, it's literally a melt machine, and ever since then I can't go back. Trust me when I tell you guys, it's a freaking beast when you put on those attachments, and it kills it every single time. So if I did have to choose which weapon would win, the XR-2 or the M8A7, I would definitely have to choose the M8A7. It's just an overall beast of a weapon. It gets the job done. But like I said before, the XR-2 is amazing close range when you get into those sticky situations. So it's all preference. For me, I definitely would rather use the M8A7 over the XR-2 any day. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Which weapon do you think is better than the other? Put it down in the comment section below. And as always, it's me, boy Chris here, aka ChrisThatGamer. Like the video if you guys did. I really do appreciate it. Helps the channel grow. And subscribe if you're new for more content for Call of Duty Black Ops 3. I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.